Stay tuned for Kev Head Tonight. Coming up next, right here on RBTV. When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always watch Kev Head. When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always watch Kev Head. Welcome to Kev Head Tonight. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide, but I don't have much money, but...
Not according to the newspaper.
No, you did. Welcome to Kev Head Tonight, everybody. Tonight, boy, what a lineup we have. A special lineup. One of my best friends in the world, Diane Marelli, vocal music director here at RB. Coach. Is that your name?
Coach. No, that's your name, Coach.
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 Paul Kraus. And I've known Paul's family for years.
Yeah.
Since I was in Joliet. I knew your uncle.
Yeah, my Uncle Paul.
Your Uncle Paul?
Yeah.
And were you named after Uncle Paul?
No, I was naming it for my grandpa.
Oh, your grandpa?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Okay.
Okay, and next to you, Paul, is Gina Watylyk.
Yeah.
Gina, welcome to the show. Welcome to
Thank you.
Kev Head Tonight.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, and you're a junior here.
Yes.
So are you, Paul.
Yeah.
You're a junior.
Yes.
And we welcome freshman Max Marciniak.
Or Stuart, as his parents call him.
It's fine. My mother mixes us up.
Or Stuart, as his parents call him. That was good, Mrs. Morelli. Maybe I should just play the piano and not talk tonight, you know? That was good. Oh boy, I do know that you're Stuart. Anyway, remember this song, Di?
Let's see.
Spirit move me every time I'm near you, whirling like a cyclone in my mind.
Barry
Baby,
Manilow.
I want you.
Come into my life.
Oh, remember that? What year would you suppose that was made?
1996.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking maybe 70.
Okay, maybe 76.
But anyway, we both shared so many things before we knew each other that
Yes.
it was kind of, it's
Same
been kind of a
taste in music.
cosmic experience, hasn't it? Because after all, each and every one of you, you're just people. You're just people who need people. And you know what? You're the luckiest people in the world.
Do they know who sang that?
Who sang that, Stuart?
Barbara Streisand.
Very good.
Very good, Stuart. Very good. And Paul, did you know who sang that?
I had no clue.
It was.
I had no clue.
Well, anyway, it's a beautiful song, and you all are people and important people in my life. And because of that, I brought tonight from my mansion in Forest Park.
On Thomas?
On Thomas. I live over on Thomas, so I don't get the mail like you do, the local.
Oh,
So anyway, I wanted to introduce some of these colors to you. This is all Fiesta wear. What's called post-86 Fiesta wear.
post-86?
Post-86
What happened
because
pre-86?
for 10 years they didn't make Fiesta.
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
From 76 until 86 they didn't make Fiesta. So anyway, quickly, I want to quiz each and every one of you. Diane, what colors do you have there?
Chocolate, sea mist.
Sea mist green, that's right. Paul.
This is periwinkle.
No. I'm sorry.
No.
You've got the P correct.
I don't know what it is.
Well, it's
I
a
don't know. It starts with
spice we
P.
put on deviled eggs.
Paprika. There it
Paprika,
goes.
and
It looks black to me, but
And that's
I
what they
don't
call
know.
it.
Oh, okay.
Oddly
There's
enough, they call it black.
There's no actual like fancy name for it.
Nope,
Black.
they call
Wow.
it black, and that's what you have there. And Gina,
Turquoise
very good.
and
You probably need some help on that one. Cinnabar.
Cinnabar.
That's called Cinnabar. That's
I knew it was
that's
a
Cinnabar.
fancy-
Yeah, that's turquoise.
fancy name.
I brought the turquoise rather than the
Peacock?
peacock.
Oh.
Stuart, any idea what you've got in front of
And
you?
I have plum and heather.
Wow.
How did you know that so quickly?
Oh, it was only because Gina told me.
I knew Stuart.
Gina
anyway.
knows her colors.
What I wanted to tell you about Fiesta, we'll move things along here, but that's great that you remembered, and you kind of match with your shirt tonight.
Oh, yes.
You're
The
all
various
color
hues of
coordinating.
Fiesta. What you have in front of you is a typical teacup and saucer, but these in front of those tonight are the bud vases. And what they've recently announced is that they're discontinuing the bud vases. So if you want to get them now in every color, and I guarantee it, in a few years, it'd be worth a lot of money, these bud vases.
I'll bet.
And especially if they're in discontinued colors. Now, this is a bud vase in sea mist green. That color's been discontinued for several years. Cinnabar, discontinued for several years. Before we go for wrap things up for our first segment, I just wanted to let you all know that it's been so much fun getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, hoping that you do like me. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Don't go away, we'll be right back on Kev Head Tonight. Ah, boy, it's good to be back, isn't it? Welcome to segment 2 of Kev Head Tonight, starring me, Kev Head. How does my hair look, huh?
It looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah, did you like the new style? I forgot my beret. I normally wear a beret. This is produced by the venerable Gary Prokes. I never remember to acknowledge him. He has done such a great job over the years of hosting. Not hosting, I'm the host, okay? He has done such a great job over the years of producing this very show. This is our segment that everybody looks forward to. This is Name That Tune.
My favorite.
Tonight is Broadway tunes.
Yay.
But we all know this one. Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. What show? We're going to name shows or songs. And Mrs. Marelli is going to be the moderator
Okay,
this
'cause
time.
I know that.
Of course you do. You know,
You know what the name of the show is?
Hello, Dolly.
Very good point. You get to, you're going to get some new, wait, Fiesta.
What happened to
What happened?
This was
Who
a
did this?
disaster.
Wait, Stuart, what happened to you?
Oh, well, I
Stuart,
appear
you
to have
stole my-
switched up
you
colors.
Stole my cup. Wait a minute, something's happened. But wait, you know what?
Is
This
this
might.
all right to mix and match this way?
You know, Diane, now that you mention it, I'm really glad that you brought that up because Fiesta wear originated in the 1930s during what?
The
Great
Great
Depression.
The Great Depression. And truly, the reason they started to make it was because it had bright, solid colors in an Art Deco design, and it was to make, literally, to make people happy. So they had these primary.
And does it?
And doesn't it, though? Doesn't it? And one of the first things they decided that you could really do is mix and match. Now, certainly there are some colors that you'd never want to mix and match. One might be the chocolate and the cinnabar. I don't know. Look at
Let's
that.
see what that's like.
Mix and match. You know, but others, like that looks very good. The paprika and the plum. How about the... See, I love that with the chocolate
That
with
looks
the...
good.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess somebody mixed and matched them, but it's okay. because truly,
worried.
it's okay. Now, somebody may have asked, why did you bring on those two items there at the right in front of the bud vase?
The salt and pepper.
That's the salt and pepper shaker, and that's an iconic Fiesta design. Been made in that very mold since 1936. I was
Except for
20.
those 10 years.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, what?
Except for the 10 years they stopped making.
Except for the 10 years.
Oh,
Very good. Between 1976 and 1986, they ceased production on Fiesta. This year, we're enjoying the 75th anniversary of Fiesta.
What's your
Anyway.
favorite Fiesta color, mister?
My favorite Fiesta color?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, of all the ones here, none. I like the lemongrass, and I didn't bring any. I love the new lemongrass that they make. Marigold is the color of the 75th anniversary. So you can get that now, stock up on it. I guarantee it in 20 years. I guarantee it. In 20 years, it's going to be worth something. Going to be worth a lot for you.
A lot. All right.
That and this chocolate, which they've discontinued. Can we get a close-up, please, on the chocolate Fiesta ware? Okay. Anyone? Mrs. Morelli?
Carole King.
Carole King?
It's too late, or
It's
so
too
far?
late, baby, now it's too late. Go ahead.
Try to remember from the Fantastic.
Very
Wow,
that was
very
fantastic.
good. That
Oh,
was
Mrs. Morelli.
Is there pun intended there?
See, you should be playing. Mrs. Morelli is the finest pianist in the state. Anyway,
What was that song?
that was If I Can't Love Her.
Oh,
from
Beauty and the Beast.
from Beauty
Oh my
and the
gosh,
Beast.
One of my favorite shows.
Okay.
Who did that show here?
Let's see. Anyone?
Gina, you know it.
Somewhere That's Green.
From?
Is it West Side Story? No.
No.
I don't know.
Little.
Little Shop of Horrors. Okay, now Paul, I know you
good.
know.
I don't know.
Paul, I know
don't
you.
know
I
any-
know you know this one. Let's see.
Can't say I do.
Gina,
The King and I Have Dreamed.
I have dreamed. Wow. Well, let's give Gina a round of
good.
applause. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Everybody. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you.
James Taylor.
James Taylor. James Taylor, Diane Marelli, Paul Kraus, Coach Gina Watylyk, and Stuart Marciniak. We'll all be back with you shortly. Don't go away. And we're back to segment 3, right? Segment 3
Yeah.
of Kev Head Tonight, starring tonight Diane Marelli, Paul Kraus, Gina Watylyk, and Stuart Marciniak.
And the surprise guest too.
Wait a minute, hang on. A surprise guest?
Yeah.
Who would that be?
How could you forget about a surprise guest?
Wait, we have a surprise guest
Yes.
tonight. Can you
Yeah.
tell us, Paul, who it is?
Joey Jones.
Joy Jones it is!
Oh.
Joe Jones! Welcome to the Kev Head Tonight. Joe Jones is a freshman and he calls me McOlgan.
Yes, I do, McOlgan.
And I call you McOlgan, don't I?
Yes, you do, McOlgan.
Yes, we do. And Joe plays the trombone. So welcome to Joe. All right. Well, East Coast girls are hip. I really dig those styles. stars. You guys know this?
Yeah.
I wish they all could be California girls. California, wish they all could be California girls. What? Whatever the word. What a great group that was, huh?
They're coming back
The Beach
around
Boys.
for a tour.
Do you know that they were once here at Riverside Brookfield High School years ago? They
Crazy.
were here. They performed in the stadium. And then also, I won't play too much of this one, but there's a place where I can go to tell my troubles to in my room. In my room, in my room. Oh, God, that almost makes me, I love that, don't you?
I do.
Well, this is kind of a tribute this time for Mrs. Marelli, but I'm not kind of, I'm going to stop saying that. But
Why a tribute?
But I'm going to ask, because at my concert the other night, you made it so memorable. It was my final concert at RB, and
It was great.
You had the great idea to do a McOlgan quiz.
McOlgan quiz.
And so I thought we'd do a tribute to you tonight. So I brought some music from my archives at home. But first of all, Paul, do you really think that's a good combination?
I did not do this.
Oh
This
my
is-
gosh, can you get a
was-
close-up?
Oh, that's
This was-
awful.
You know, this is where you don't mix
This
and
was-
match
this
BS.
was
It's
fun to
unacceptable,
me.
Paul.
Okay?
It's unacceptable.
You just,
Terrible.
no, it's all right. Mrs. Marelli, I brought a lot, and I'm going to go really fast. Do you
Okay.
remember this one? Lady, my sweet lady,
Oh, yeah.
I'm as close as I can be. John Denver.
Aw.
This was my high school choir piece that
Did
I
you take-
accidentally
did
took
you
from
take that
Galesburg
from-
Senior High School. Because this was my favorite song. Does that look like 1975 or what?
Some students will do that occasionally here. Too.
I
They will
bet,
take
because you
a
get so
piece
close
of
to it.
music from my files or
Aw. And then Mrs. Morelli loved this group. This is
the Carpenters.
the Carpenters. Why do birds suddenly appear? Anybody? No? Oh my gosh. Okay. And then you've already mentioned, but she has a brand new memoir out right now. It just came out.
Oh, I'd love
Carol
to.
King, and she was on NPR the other night. I'm not ashamed to say that I love NPR. I listen to it all the time. And they interviewed, Terry Gross interviewed Carol King, one of the great songwriters of all time. She wrote, it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it.
And the Tapestry album.
And, the Tapestry album is one of the
was
most
the-
phenomenal works
one
of
of the
art
greatest
ever.
sellers.
Yeah. Now, do you remember her? I just brought her to see if you remembered her. Can you get these? Do you remember Janice
Janice
Ian?
Ian.
She sang nothing but
17
just depressing.
Really depressing songs.
At 17, and then
I couldn't relate to her because I had a super happy childhood. So
say, I'm trying to find. How many roads must a man walk down before they call him a man? Everybody.
Oh.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. And where I got that voice, I don't know. But
don't
you
know.
remember Peter, Paul, and Mary?
I do.
Yeah.
And Mary Travers, bless her heart, just died last year. But Peter, Paul, and Mary sang "Blowing in the Wind." Do you not know that, Paul?
I don't.
And then I picked up some of this. Look how old this is. I bought this when
I
I was.
have that.
Look,
I have
West
that.
Side
look,
Story.
West Side Story. Tonight, tonight.
I liked it better the other way.
There it is. I'm not on top form today. Anyway, West Side Story, and I think Mrs. Morelli has a story about an RB alum who.
Yeah, Mark
Tell us.
Dallaire, who was a great dancer. He was an orchestrist. He was really the only boy to be in Orchesis,
Right.
and he was in choir for a little while. Had a nice singing voice too. Now he's on Broadway in West Side Story.
On Broadway and West
On
Side
Broadway,
Story.
yeah.
And then we need to also remember the original version of West Side Story on Broadway. And Michael Kolgrass played the percussion in the pit orchestra
right.
for the original. And Michael
right.
Kolgrass, of course, the Pulitzer-winning composer, RB grad from 1949, Gross School graduate as well. They're telling me that I have to pause a little bit. My gosh, for an important cause, I guess. We're going to pause for an important cause. Kev Head tonight. Segment 4 is upcoming. Don't go away. So we're going to... You know, this show goes by too fast, doesn't it, Stuart?
It sure does,
My gosh,
mister.
we're already on segment 4. Of course, you're already almost through your freshman year.
Yeah,
And Gina, this goes by too fast, doesn't it?
Yes, flies by.
How about you, Coach?
Oh, I want it to last forever.
I remember when you were a student over at Gross School, a little guy, and now you're both
it
a
was a while
football
ago.
player and a band member.
I am.
And the student association president,
No,
right?
I'm
Or
director of communications.
director of communications, and I
Yes.
bet you're a fine communicator
I-
because you always have a smile on your face, as does Gina, Stuart, and Mrs. Marelli. I can't tell you, and I want to go on record as saying how I love Mrs. Marelli, and she and I have been a team for
Been a good team.
16 years, right? Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. When you read, you begin with.
A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with.
Do, re, mi.
Da, ri, mi.
Oh my.
The first 3 words just happen to be do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And let's try another way. Do, a deer, a female deer. Ray,
A drop of golden sun.
me,
My name I call myself.
five.
On my way to ride.
So a needle pulling thread, la note to follow. So what am I doing here? Big jam and bread that will bring us back to do re
La, ti.
do so do. I've got to continue very quickly with this tribute to Mrs. Morelli because she's done so many amazing musicals at this school.
She
Now,
has, yeah.
This was one of the first ones we did together, and The Wiz. My God, you've done it twice here, I think,
it,
right?
yeah, we did it last
It's got. Oh, come on.
Be a
Be a
lion.
lion and ease on down the
There
road and home.
is a place we'll go
Oh, that's beautiful.
where there is mostly quiet. Okay. And if you believe, right?
Y'all
And then
got it.
remember the year that we did this, Di?
Y'all got
Di,
it.
remember the year that we did this?
We never did
South
that.
Pacific.
We never did that.
What?
We never did that.
Oh, forget it. Okay. I'm kidding. I knew that. And then I think, well, you and I did this, didn't we?
No.
No,
that
I did
was
this
before.
my second year, and I
Yeah,
thought
that was the-
right before you started. And of course, Little Shop of
Love
Horrors
that
with
show.
the man-eating plant and the matchbox of our own. But, Mrs. Morelli, I think your finest work, really, I think your finest musical, and was this
I
one.
love
I mean, wasn't that
that.
amazing or
I
what?
love
Once
that
on the
show.
Island. And
Nobody knows that.
nobody
musical,
knows it, but everybody in our listening audience, Brookfield, Riverside, North Riverside, what have you.
What have you?
What have you?
Yeah.
Over there in Forest Peck. All of you need to know this show because it's profound.
Great.
It's an amazing show, Once on this Island. And the production here under your direction
That was
truly
a very nice show. Very
something.
nice show.
Yep, it was stunning, really. Stuart, highlight of your year so far,
So far, was
other than being on Kev Head.
oh yes, of course, it's an honor, mister.
Aw,
Favorite part this year was probably marching season. I had a great time.
marching season. What What show did we do? From year to year, I forget what our theme was.
We did Chicago.
We did a Chicago.
No.
Hey! Hey! Was that group around when we were in high school? I think we were way too young, weren't we?
I think they were.
Gina, your highlight.
This has to be either making madrigals, which I'm so excited about next year, or thank you.
What an honor to
Yeah.
make madrigals.
I can't believe it. I'm so excited. And shenanigans, the RB's favorite funny people.
You made that too? What about this though, Precious? Well.
Oh, how could I forget?
Is love?
I did Oliver at St. Louise. That was a blast.
Does it for
From sky.
the 8 months that we did it?
All year we were there.
Consider yourself. I thought if I heard that again, but anyway,
And I had a
you've
big
had a
line. It was-
great year, which you should when you're a junior in high school. How about
Yeah.
you, Coach? My gosh, you do so much for RB. You do so much for our school.
I think the highlight of my year is being in both band and football because I got both of them, and it's really rare that you see that.
for you.
So.
That's the Husky fight song, I think.
For NIU?
Northern fight song. You know, Paul, interesting. I was on both football and band
You were on the
myself
squad.
in high school.
You were.
Guilford- Well, I thought that I was, wasn't I? Or,
I don't think so.
I used to get the free throws all the time.
Oh, that's not football, mister.
Oh, I knew that. I was just testing. And Diane Marelli, highlight for you. Tell us.
Well, so far, I think it had to be the band concert last week.
Oh,
Appearing with you on stage, singing The Love Boat.
we sang.
and
In
Jersey
costume.
Boys in costume.
That was a
I love you, baby.
And if it's quite all
I
right
need you, baby.
to warm the lonely night,
Oh, pretty baby.
trust in me when I say,
Oh, pretty baby. Don't bring me down, I pray.
oh, pretty
Baby,
baby,
if I
now
only knew
that
the
I finally
chorus,
stay,
and let me love you, baby, let me.
love you.
Yeah, and then we did the Love Boat. The Love Boat.
Soon may-
We'll be making another. Of course, you guys were playing it, so
Yes.
you didn't really
You
know,
didn't
the,
know the
words.
words.
Nah.
Anyway, it's been quite a year.
It was great.
It's been an amazing segment of Kev Head tonight. I'd like to thank our students filming it. Mr. Prokes, of course, is our venerable, as I said before. I must
Venerable.
like that word
You
tonight.
did.
Our venerable producer, and everybody from here, of our staff here at Kev Head tonight. I'm thankful for Stuart,
Thank you, Mr.
Gina,
thank you.
Paul,
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, and Diane.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Aw. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
I hate to go and leave this pretty sight.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I wish, or wait, what are the words? I
I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye.
Goodbye. And then goodbye. Goodbye.